These are the notes that we're dividing mixed numbers. It's very similar to when we multiplied mixed numbers. The first step is just to make them into improper fractions. So on the first one, go ahead and fill in the red. But then the example, 18 divided by 3 2/3. You should know by now that 18 needs to go over 1. And then 3 2/3 needs to be changed to an improper fraction. And you do that by taking the whole number, multiplying it by the denominator, adding the numerator. So 3 times 3 is 9, plus 2 would give you 11/3. So we need to make sure we change that to an 11/3. Let's see. So keep the first means you keep 18 over 1. Change it to multiplication. And now instead of 3 2/3, we have 11/3, but you still need to flip it. So it would become 3/11. And then you do the exact same thing you did with dividing fractions. You just multiply straight across and simplify if you need to. So 18 times 3 gives you 54. And I'm going to write it right here. Oops. 54. And then the 1 times 11 gives you 11. Okay, so here on the bottom we've got 4 1/3 divided by 2 4/5. 4 1/3, change them both to improper fractions. So that would become 4 times 3 is 12, plus 1 is 13. So 13/3. And that one stays the same because you keep the first. Change the sign, and then whenever you're changing them into improper fractions and then you have to flip it, it's easier to just write it off to the side so you don't have too much going on in your head. But 2 times 5 is 10, plus 4 gives you 14. So that would now be 14/5. And then you have to flip it. So flip it before you plug it back into your multiplication problem. It would be 5/14. Okay. Multiply straight across. 13 times 5 gives you 65. These are kind of big numbers. And then 14 times 3 gives you 42. You can change that into a mixed number if you want, or that's just fine. On this one, whole numbers go over 1, so that would be the one that actually stays the same. 6 times 5 is 30, plus 2 would make you have 32/5. So rewrite it, keep, change, flip. 5 over 1 times, and then we got to flip 32/5, so it'd be 5 over 32. Multiply straight across. There's nothing you can cross cancel. There wasn't on that one either. 5 times 5 is 25. And then 1 times 32 is 32. Goodness. Okay. Whoops. Go away. So this would be, I think, 1 over 1. Sorry, I don't have a lot of space. 1 over 1. The first one stays the same. You just have to put a 1 over it. That looks kind of funny, but it's right. And then let's see. 8 times 9 plus 5 would get you to, 8 times 9 is 72 plus 5, so 77. I'm going to write it over here. It'd be 77/9. And then after you flip it and plug it into your equation, it would be 9 over 77. And then if you've noticed, we're multiplying it by 1. So literally 1 times 9 is still going to be 9, and 1 times 7 is still going to be 77. So for the sake of time, I'm just going to circle that. That would be your answer. Try this one on your own. Go ahead and pause it. So you should have gotten 11 over 8 times 8 over 33, and then you can actually cross cancel that because the 8s can be reduced down to 1s. So you could have either gotten 11 over 33, and that could have reduced to 1/3, or some of you might not have cross canceled and had 88 over 99, and that should simplify to 1/3 as well. So any of those are fine. Make sure that you, answer 3 of these 6 questions. You can pick the 3 that you want to answer, and I'll erase all this blue stuff. Answer it on the back of this half sheet of notes. Let me check it before you move on. Okay, so I just realized that those 3 are already on your notes. So just do 4, 5, and 6 on the back. Those are the 3 that you have to do at this point. And again, let me check it whenever you finish.